Oh my God, why is it yelling at me? I've never heard it do that before. Okay, I guess we're recording. It's in progress. Happy Monday, Inspire Beauty. So excited for tonight, and I'm so excited to see a lot of fresh faces on, a lot of new faces. Hello, and welcome to the guests that are joining us tonight. My name is Brittany Frost, and I'm the crazy lady that your loved ones like to hang out with on Monday nights, and I promise you they're in good hands. Tonight, I'm joined by my husband, who gets to deal with my crazy every day, 24/7 crazy. But he's joining us, and I'm super excited, you guys, for your loved ones to be able to hear a message today. Craig, our guest speaker tonight, I got to hear him on stage maybe 3 years ago now at Summit. And I'm going to do a little shameless plug for our team summit real quick. His story at Summit happened 3 years ago, and I was kind of doing a little stalking situation. I was like, okay, let me remember. I know I saw him on stage, but I want to reignite, remember, and remind myself what I heard. And I was taken right back to that moment in that arena with all those people hearing his story on stage. Summit has the power to do that. And I know that it's a virtual event this year, but we are gathering face-to-face in Dallas. If you can make it here to our home, we just want to serve you guys and love on you guys here in Dallas. But if you can't make it, you're gonna wanna get your virtual ticket. I promise you, you're gonna wanna get your virtual ticket so that I can mail a swag bag to your house, and that you'll be connected with us through watch parties and Zoom workouts and all the things. It's the next best thing. But stories like Craig's are why you need to get to Summit. Summit is not one size fits all. It's not a place for just a business builder or just this, right? There's no label on the coach that can be impacted by Summit. And so I'm so freaking excited, you guys, for you to, and by the way, Summit tickets, you can find all that information on the team page. The link is there. You have about 12 days left to snag that stuff, but I can't wait for you to hear from Craig tonight. I'm not even going to introduce him because his story alone, all of it, we're just going to 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, take it off and get into it. So Craig, I'm so grateful that you're giving us your time tonight. You can take it away, my friend.
Thank you so much. Yeah, I mean, if you want my full story, I'll give you guys that, but I'm not going to give it to you on this call. What I'm going to do is I'm going to give you the important parts of my story. In 2015, August 11th of 2015 was the final domestic with my ex-wife. It was the final one after 8 years of living with an addict, an alcoholic, who perpetually put me in domestic violence. And I know that that's weird hearing a man say that. I know that that's something that's not really talked about. And that's why I talk about it. I talk about it because you're not exempt. It's not a gender biased thing that happens to people. It happens to men and it happens to women. But that's not even the defining moment of my story. The defining moment of my story was becoming a single father for the second time, full-time single father of 3. And in November of that year of 2015, my stepdaughter of 8 years was taken from us. She was taken out of my life. She was sent to live with her grandparents. And I haven't really talked to her since. And that still kills me inside. And that was my rock bottom. I was over 400 pounds at the time. I didn't know what I was going to do with my life. I literally cried out on social media. And before I tell you the rest of that story, I want to tell you something that's truthfully impacted me past that moment to redefine where I am and why I'm there and how I got there. And I wanted to push you to where you are. Some of you may have heard this parable. Some of you have maybe heard Eric Thomas, the hip hop preacher, say it. You saw it on a Goalcast, maybe Prince EA, or any of the gurus out there that have reshared this parable, because it's a parable from thousands of years ago, okay? It's called The Guru and the Man, all right? And I'm going to give you my version. My version's a little bit different, but there's a guru and there's a man who aspires to be successful, and he asks the guru to teach him everything that he knows. He wants to be successful, he wants to be rich, and he wants to live abundantly. And he asks him, he says, teach me everything. And the guru just looks at him in the face and says, okay, I will, but tomorrow morning, meet me at the beach at 4:30 a.m. And the man looks at him and he says, I don't meet you at the beach that early in the morning for what? Can't you just tell me what it takes to be successful? And the guru looked at him and said, look, if you want to know, if you truly want to learn, meet me at the beach. So the man agrees, and the following day they meet at the beach, 4:30 a.m. They're at the beach, and the guru says, come with me, let's walk out into the water. Let's get out into the water waist deep, and I'll begin to tell you what it takes to be successful. And the man grudgingly walks out into the water, and he says to him, he goes, look, I'm not here for a swimming lesson. I don't want to be a lifeguard. I don't know why we're here. Why are we at the beach? Why are we in the water? I want to be successful. I want to live abundantly. I want to be rich. And the guru looks at him and smiles and says, I'll tell you when we get there. Let's walk out a little bit deeper. They walk out to shoulder deep, okay? They walk out to shoulder deep, and the man goes, you know what? This is crazy. I don't know why we're here. I don't know why we're at the beach. I don't want to be a lifeguard. I don't want to learn how to swim. I want to learn how to be successful. And the guru grabs his head and stuffs him underwater. The man is screaming. Bubbles are everywhere. He's flailing his arms. He's trying to breathe. He's fighting. He is fighting for his life. The guru lets go of him. The man comes out of the water, and he's like, what was that? The guru says, look, the day that you fight as hard as you fought to breathe to be successful, you will be. And that story hits me so deep, guys. That story cuts me because on December 1st, 2015, I woke up at over 400 pounds with bad cholesterol, severe acid reflux, severe sleep apnea, sleeping with a CPAP machine. And I woke up at 3:30 a.m., almost 4 a.m., and I couldn't breathe. I was choking in my sleep. I couldn't breathe. I tore the mask off. I ripped it off the nightstand. I ran to the bathroom. I remember kneeling on the floor and literally praying to God to let me live. And the thing of it is when we have nothing left, whether you believe in God or not, whatever it is, I believe that we wait till the last minute to petition for prayer, and you shouldn't. You shouldn't wait until that's all you have left. You should be praying fearfully, always. You should always be grateful. We talk about it all the time in our business. We talk about gratitude. We talk about being grateful. We talk about putting it out there. That's prayer. When you put it out there, that's a prayer, okay? And I remember kneeling on the floor and praying to live, and I will never forget, it felt like an eternity of not being able to breathe. I was leaning over the toilet. I was dry heaving. I was gasping. I pulled myself up onto the sink. I drank water from the faucet, and I ate an entire roll of antacids. Now, mind you, I can't breathe. And I'm drinking water and putting things in my mouth because my throat is on fire. It is so inflamed, I can't even gasp for air. By the time I fought the antacids and the water down, I remember that breath. I remember my lungs filled with air. I remember it. I will never forget standing in the mirror and going, thank you. Like I literally thanked God in that moment, staring in the mirror for filling my lungs with air. In that moment, I didn't even hesitate. I had T25 given to me a few days before. I had petitioned my Facebook. I asked if somebody had an at-home workout DVD that I could borrow. I didn't even know what I was doing. I knew I needed to change something. At almost just over 400 pounds, severe sleep apnea, being a single father, I knew that if I didn't do something, my children wouldn't have a father. I knew it. I knew it in my heart and my soul that if I didn't do something, I wasn't going to survive any longer. I just knew it. So I went and I grabbed my phone. I walked into the bathroom. If you've ever seen a transformation photo of mine, there's a pair of me in blue shorts in a bathroom mirror. That was my day one, December 1st, 2015 photo. I took that photo and I said to myself in the mirror, that whole day, like if you were in my apartment, you would have thought I was completely insane. I was talking to myself. I was walking around. I'm telling you, it's cheaper than therapy talking to yourself. I was telling myself, you need to do something right now. If you don't do something, your children aren't going to have a father. I took the picture and I said to myself in the mirror, as I looked at the picture and as I looked at myself in the mirror, I said, this is the last time you're going to look like this. I literally drew a line in the sand. I wasn't a coach. I wasn't attached to Beachbody. I didn't know what I was doing. I didn't have a team. I had no support. I had no accountability. What I had was determination. Motivation is bullcrap. When people ask for my motivation, I tell them that is such BS. Motivation only gets you started. You're either committed to your change or you're committed to your excuses. You can't be committed to both, period. If you're looking for an excuse, you're going to find one. If you're looking for a reason, you're going to find one. It's up to you. Your entire life is determined by what you communicate to other people. And I hear often from people, because I mostly coach women, and those guys that are on this, you know, like it's a predominantly female industry because men are stubborn, period. Period. If we were more open to talking about how we feel, what we need, and where we want to go, we would get further. And I'm telling you, the successful dudes in this business and in life, like Grant Cardone, Tony Robbins, these people that you see in the public everywhere, they are in tune with how they feel and communicate it, and they figure it out and they share it, okay? But I'm telling you right now that so often I hear that people are unsupported in this. And the problem is, okay, it's not the people around you that are unsupportive. It's your example you show in what you wish to accomplish. So if you have a spouse that doesn't support you in it, it's because he knows you're full of crap and you're not committed to it and you've never followed through with anything you said that you were going to do. And it's just another one of those things that you wanted to check out because your friend was doing it. Don't make this about that. Make this about you. Make this about being a better person. Make this about being the person that you want to be. Make this about growth. Make this about change. Make this about being committed to being better today than you were yesterday. It's very important for you to understand something. You communicate what you need. Communication, okay, is one of the 3 pillars to success. And I'm going to give you, guys, like I'm telling you, this is groundbreaking stuff. It's stuff that I've gone through and experienced, and it's going to carry you not just through your health and your fitness, but your life and your business. The 3 pillars to success are very, very simple. Successful people don't have time to talk poorly about unsuccessful people. We just don't. We're busy being successful. The 3 keys and the 3 pillars to success, okay? The first one is a positive mindset. Mindset is everything. You hear us talk about it. You know, it's great to like talk about personal development, but if you're just reading books and not implementing it, that's great. That's real great. You're not doing anything with it. You haven't actually changed your mindset. What you've shown and proven is that you can read books, and that's great. That's absolutely wonderful. You read Girl Wash Your Face. What'd you do with it? You read You Are a Badass by Jen Sincero. What'd you do with it? And mind you, I'm not going to be reading those books. My mindset is grounded in gratitude, waking up every day grateful, saying, thank you, God, for another day alive. Thank you for these legs that are getting me out of bed. Some people are not capable of that today. Thank you for this mind and this heart to be able to work and develop. Some people are not capable emotionally or mentally to do so. Thank you for another opportunity to be different today than I was yesterday. Gratitude is the foundation of my mindset. It doesn't mean that I win every day. It doesn't mean I'm perfect. But if you don't win the day, win the week. If you don't win the week, win the month. You don't win the month, win the year. At the end of the day, if you wake up and end your day with gratitude, you're less likely to search for it when crap happens in your life. It's not a matter of if, it's a matter of when, because it will. People will get sick. People will pass away. Things will happen. Things will happen, okay? But if you are founded in a gratitude mindset, you will not search for it when you need it. You will be able to react properly as things happen to you. Life is 10% what happens to you and 90% how you react to it. Remember that. Life is not happening to you, it's happening for you. When you're grounded in a good mindset, You're going to be successful. That's the first pillar. The second pillar, and I'm going to age myself with you guys. Are you down with OQP? Yeah, you know me. Are you down with OQP? Yeah, you know. Come on. Wave. Throw. There we go. Only quality people. OQP. If you only keep quality people around in your circle that are positive and lift you up and fan your flames of your dreams, you're going to succeed. But if you hang out with your friend Belinda, who bitches about her life every single damn day, who sits around and watches Peaky Blinders on Netflix and complains about her life and is in the perpetual bad relationships, where are you going to be? You are going to be in a negative space your entire damn life. I'm not telling you you never have to talk to those people again. I'm just telling you sometimes you got to cut the fat. Cut the fat out of your life. And I'll tell you what, in the last 5 years, I've cut so many people out of my life, family included. And the thing of it is, it's done both of us better than hanging in there. Some of those people that seen me leave and remove myself, who see me happy, change their lives and realize that they're the problem. The second pillar of success is OQP, only quality people, period. The third one is the most important one, and I mentioned it earlier. It's communication. It's learn how to speak. Speak up, speak your mind. Man, woman, it doesn't matter. When you learn how to speak efficiently, you communicate what you need. Sometimes that means you slow down, you elongate your words, you breathe, you take a breath in between what you're saying. You can hear it right now as I speak. You can captivate people that you speak to as well, but learning how to speak is the foundation of communication. Because if you speak with attitude, you go nowhere. If you speak with vulnerability, people will listen. If you speak arrogantly, people won't hear you. If you speak confidently, people are attracted to you. How you speak is so important. What you say and what you do shows who you are to the world. And I say that that's the key pillar, the most important one, because then I want you to understand something. I lived in domestic violence for 8 years as a victim. You're a victim once, after that, you're a volunteer. And I volunteered to be there longer than I should have. And I want you to understand something. I was responsible. I know that a lot of people can't take that and understand that, especially people that aren't ready for ownership yet, that may have been through things that I've been through. I communicated how I was willing to be respected by the person that I was in a relationship with. I communicated what I was willing to go through and put up with. And how did I communicate with that? Is I didn't. I didn't say anything. I stayed quiet. I was afraid. I was embarrassed as a man to be in domestic violence. So I didn't open my mouth and I didn't speak. I took ownership in the fact that I was responsible for all of that. Once you take ownership, there is so much power, extreme ownership over your life and the things that happen to you. There's so much power in just accepting that, owning it, and then setting it down. I want you to understand something. Your whole life, you've been trained, you've been taught, and you've been told by other people or yourself a story or narrative about yourself that's probably not true. And I want you to think about this for a moment, because don't mind me, I'm drinking on the job. I want you to think about this for a moment, because it could have been your teacher, it could have been somebody, an ex, it could have been your family, it could have been your parents, it could have been your sister, your brother, your cousin. I don't know what it looks like in your life. I know what it translates to, okay? It translates to these labels that don't belong on you. When you leave this call today, you're going to pull those labels. You're going to start to remove each one of those labels from your life. And how you're going to do that is by taking ownership of what it was that people tried to tell you about you. Because at the end of the day, guess what? What people say about you, to you, or with you has nothing to do with you. Their opinions are not facts. I don't want you to carry through your life the things that have been a burden to you. I don't want you to carry that stuff anymore. You know what? Everybody on this call is carrying something from their past that no longer serves them, that they don't need to, for no reason at all. And I'm telling you right now, it's heavy. Something happened to you when you were 6 years old that you still think about, and you let it plague you, and see, fear, and the way that fear works, okay, is you're afraid that something that's happened to you before will happen again, or something that's never happened yet might happen. That's basically the premise of fear. Like, people, if you're afraid of snakes, you're afraid of snakes because something happened with a snake. Typically, that's the case, okay? And I want to tell you something, guys. Being afraid of things that have already passed and being afraid of things that haven't happened yet leave you in a state of going nowhere. It leaves you stuck. It leaves you afraid to progress and grow. And I want to tell you something. This business, every single one of you are fully capable. Man, woman, it doesn't matter. You're fully capable of doing this business. This business is simple. Here's what I want you to do, okay? This is a challenge for your entire team. When you get out of this call, you're going to make a list. That list is going to consist of a minimum of 10 of your biggest supporters. And you're not going to ask them to join your boot camp or your booty challenge or your, shut up. Stop asking people that crap. Nobody wants to hear it. Your supporters, this is how you talk to your supporters, because they are people you know and love you. Hey, I know that you've been watching me. I know that you know what I'm doing. I'd really appreciate it if I was able to get you to join me in doing this and support me in growing my business, because 2020 taught me that I need to do something else in order to take care of my family in the event that something bad happens again. But I really want to grow something, and I want to have something stable and a foundation to run with. If you're willing to support me, that'd be really great. You don't have to support me forever. I mean, make it your words, but listen to how I'm talking. I'm not asking them to join me. I'm not asking them to buy something. I'm not asking them to be there forever. I'm just asking them to support me. That goes for your spouses too. If your spouse isn't part of your business yet, it's probably because you haven't communicated how it works. Take a look at the compensation plan. Learn how to maximize your incoming financial abundance by growing something separate from your own account under your husband's name or your boyfriend's name or whatever the case may be. I can tell you right now, if you maximize the compensation plan, you will make more money. But the problem is how you communicate hasn't been, I really want to do this, babe. I want to grow this. I'm gonna show you, because actions speak louder than words. Like, walk this shit out. Show some checks. Show a Thursday where you can pay for the groceries just with Beachbody and say, hey, look, this is what it is. Pay your phone bill off 1 month and be like, hey, the extra money from the phone bill, honey, let's go on a date night because Beachbody paid for our bills. You can do that, okay? So 10 of your biggest supporters, reach out to them, ask them to support you. That's the bottom line, okay? Now here's the fun part. And we're gonna cry later too, so be ready. I remember I warned you. people that you're talking to that aren't on your team or in your network, or people that you haven't really connected with yet, okay, this is what you're going to do. It's very simple. I have a copy and paste message, and I will send it to Brittany. I don't care if you use it, because it's so solid that I know it works as long as you just send it. So tell the bitch in your head to shut up and send the message, okay? So here's what you're going to do. And I'm going to tell you the message right now. I will send it, but I'm going to tell you it right now. Hey, their name. It's a copy and paste. It takes me 10 to 15 minutes tops to send 20 to 50 of these messages a day. If that number scares you, shut up. I'm going to give you a different formula. I send 20 to 50 messages a day. I'm an overachiever. I want this business. It feeds my kids. I met my wife coaching. Like, I've changed my life. I moved halfway across the country. Like, there's a lot of things. And because the legal team and I are tight, it's not a financial disclaimer, but you will not meet your soulmate with Beachbody. It's not guaranteed. I'm just kidding. So what I want you to do is I want you to message somebody and say, hey, their name. I don't know if you've seen what I'm doing or if you're interested in hearing any of the opportunities that I have. But if I don't ask you, I wouldn't know. And let's be honest, if I don't ask you, somebody else will. If you're interested, let me know. I'd love to catch up. If not, have an awesome day. Period. End of freaking story. Stop sending those word vomit messages about your booty camp and all that other stuff. Just send the message. That's it, okay? I'm always asked this. This is the next question. Oh my gosh, somebody messaged me back. What do I say? What do you mean, what do you say? What would you tell your best friend? Well, I would tell her that she should do a challenge pack and she should get Beachbody on Demand and drink Shakeology. Shakeology's changed my life. I've lost 130 pounds doing this. I've been doing this for 5 years. I met my what? I don't know. What's your story? What would you tell your best friend? That's what you tell the person. Because guess what? Whether they're your friend or not, if you look around this call, this is your damn family now. These are your best friends now. And when you bring somebody new to your team, they're gonna be your damn best friend. So why would you talk to them any differently than your best friend, right? And here's the best part about it. Guess what? Women are so afraid to send messages, and I'm gonna watch all the dudes' faces on here because this is the most fun part of my telling women to send messages. I am a man. I don't know if you can see that. When I message random women on social media, they think I'm sending them a picture of my wiener. They will not freaking open it and they avoid me. What is your problem and why can't you message people? I'd love to hear your excuse. Put it in the chat box. Because if I don't have one, you don't. I'm a 40-year-old man who's married, who has zero intention of being dirty in anybody's inbox. All I'm asking them is a simple question. Whether they open it or not, it's fine with me. Doesn't matter. I still message 20 to 50 people a day. And you know why? Because there's a formula, and I'm going to give it to you. It's not Beachbody's formula. It's mine. I'm a numbers guy. This is a numbers game. This business is simple, okay? 30 to 1. 30 to 1. For every 30 people I talk to, one person gets started. Okay? Now let's break that number down in a 30-day period. If I message 5 people a day for 30 days, that's 150 people a month. It's 5 people. If you can't message 5 people a day, you're in the wrong business. There are literally people that sit behind a phone and try to sell me crappy car insurance every day and call me 15 times a day that are paid to do that. But you're afraid to message somebody and potentially change their life, save their life, help their health, and make them better parents for their kids, make them a better husband or wife, make them a better human being. But you're afraid to share something that you do that helps people be healthier and happier. You got issues. Your priorities are not in alignment, okay? 5 people a day, 30 days, there's 150 people. If every 30 to 1 gets started, show of hands, how many people is that a month? I'm just checking your math. How many? 5 people. If you sell 5 challenge packs, what is that? SD 10. Then you get free paid leads. Man, we're maximizing the compensation plan just by sending a message to 5 people a month, keeping it simple, making our message simple, not overcomplicating it. I'm not talking about the program. I'm not saying Beachbody. I'm not talking about Shakeology. That comes in conversation. That comes as you go. That comes with knowledge. That comes with experience. That comes with patience. That comes with learning how to fail in conversations. Every single one of my conversations turns into a phone call, period. I don't have time to text and word vomit shit back to people. I don't. That's not where I'm at. I am more confident talking to somebody, and I call them, I talk to them on the phone, and I say, hey, look, I'd love to get you in. We have a huge promotion right now for the summer. There's a new dance program. It's the cheapest it's going to be. It's $140. It gets you everything that's helped me lose 130 pounds. Period. Would you like to hear more? I mean, just it's simple. It's simple. It really is. It's simple. We as people and as human beings overcomplicate things. Overthinking creates problems that don't even exist. All right? I want you to think about that. Not just in your business, but in your life. Like, it happens in your marriage, it happens in your parenting, it happens in your job. You overthink a situation in your head that hasn't actually happened, and it puts you into like this realm of anger or this weird space that actually creates a problem rooted not even in the problem that you created in your mind, but a whole different one. All because you overthought something. People overthink this program. People overthink this business. People overthink their nutrition. People overthink their lives. Simplify it. The more simple you make it, the better it is. Think about your meal plan. How many people overcomplicate their meal plan and then they don't succeed? Guess what? I will do a no-cook buffet style or something easy meal prep where like a bunch of crap is made and I just throw it in a box. Like, I'm easy and I'll eat the same damn thing every single day. My successes come from eating on point and just eating the same thing. People are like, oh, that's boring. I'm like, you know what? Results aren't boring. I mean, results are not boring. You might think that eating mundane is boring, but guess what? When I learned how to not emotionally eat and not be a food addict anymore, there is not a damn thing on this planet that tastes as good as confident and healthy and happy feels. Nothing. It doesn't mean I don't eat stuff off the plan now. That doesn't mean that I don't enjoy life, like I do. But if you want to reach a goal, there's not a damn thing that tastes better than results feel. There isn't. Zero. Let's shed some tears together. How's that sound? I know people said they were crying already. I get so emotional doing calls because I want to pull the emotion out of you, because guess what? If I can draw emotion out of you, you're going to leave this call different than you arrived. And that's my goal. Before I get on calls, I pray that my words aren't even mine, that they're the words that you need to hear. And the reason that I do that is because I'm so passionate in seeing people get their head out of the clouds and where it needs to be. Because I know how much better your life can be for you, your children, your family. The problem is people think that they don't have time for things, okay? Human beings, we all make time relative to everything. We're like, oh, I don't have time to do my power hour. I don't have time to get my workout in. You talk yourself out of it. I don't have time for this. I don't have, it's not time that you lack. It's priorities and direction, period. If you're caught up with Grey's Anatomy, but you're not in Success Club, your priorities are screwed up. If you know more about The Bachelorette than what we're offering this month in promotions, your priorities are screwed up. If you don't know when the mixed bike releases, or at least more information comes out, where are you? What are you doing? If you're not checking off the boxes in your daily activity tracker because Beachbody is giving away $500, $100, $250 in apparel, trips to Mexico with a guest fully included, and I'm talking checking off the boxes on your husband's account too, even if he's not doing that, just go check the damn boxes off. Do it though. If you feel like internally and morally you can't check a box without doing it, good. Go do it. And then check a box off. Go freaking do it. Here's what I want to do, because I know a couple of you have your spouses with you. Some of you might have kids nearby. I want you to look at the person that you're with. If you don't have somebody that's with you, bring them in the room. If you can't bring them in the room, that's cool. Think about the person. Put them in your mind. The person that you love the most, the person that you care about the most, okay? I want you to just like focus on that person. Just because you're on the floor don't mean you don't have to turn around and look at him on the couch. You need to go and look at him on the couch, Tiffany. You do what you're told. This is real stuff. It only evokes emotion if you do it. Those of you that don't have a loved one, think about the loved one. I want you to think about this, okay? The next time that you don't want to send messages out, the next time that you want to skip your workout, the next time that you don't want to eat healthy on your plan, the next time that you're talking yourself out of doing something that will better your life and your loved one's life, I want you to sit them down and look at them just like you are right now, or think about them. And I want you to say this to them. You're not worth it for me to take care of myself and be the best version of myself, to love you the way that I can and the way that I'm designed to and the way that I should. You're not worth it for me to do what's important for our family. You're not worth it for me because I don't love you enough to take care of myself. Try saying that to them. The next time you want to skip out on something, say that to them. Say that to your children. You can't. And you know why? It's easier for you to give up and BS yourself than it is for you to give up on the people that you love. That's the focus. It's not about your why. Don't start with why. Simon Sinek can kiss my butt. Don't start with why. Start with who. You start with who. Who is the most important to you that you're not going to neglect your health so that you can live longer, be healthier, have more energy, be happier, be more confident, and be the person that you want them to love. And I promise you, you will love yourself even more. I promise you, you will love yourself even more. I want you to think about that. Don't start with why. Having a firm why. I know that uplines hate when I share that message because they're like, oh, I've been telling my team to make a good why and they have their purpose. I'm telling you, toss it in the trash. Start with who. Your why is secondary. Yes, it is important. Don't get me wrong. Having a why is very important. Start with who. Who in your life do you care about the most that you would not let them down and you would do this for? Because guess what? A lot of you women have that mom guilt, that wife guilt. You are so busy doing everything for everybody else in your life that you neglect yourself. And I want to straighten your ass out right now. Taking care of yourself. This goes for men too, guys, but there's mostly women on here and we got to straighten them out a little bit more than us. We're stubborn. Once I get this ingrained in you, you'll do it. Taking care of yourself is not selfish. Taking care of yourself is selfless. When you take care of yourself, you can show up better in the lives of those around you. Right now, while you're doing everything for everybody, you ain't even operating at 60%. You aren't. You're tired, you're run down, you feel underappreciated, you talk poorly about yourself, you're in a negative space. Trust me, I know I've been in my own head. I know what your head looks like in there. You got people living up in there free of charge. How much rent do you charge to let people live in your head? You're not working your business because your friend told you you're part of a scam and drinking the Kool-Aid. I'll tell you what, this Kool-Aid is the best damn Kool-Aid I ever tasted. You got your friend telling you that you're part of a pyramid scheme and a scam. I hate to tell you, but we are just a couple months away from being publicly traded on the New York Stock Exchange. Pyramid scheme, my booty. Tell me another network marketing company that is on the New York Stock Exchange. I haven't searched, maybe there are, but last time I checked, we are the leader in the industry for fitness and nutrition. The leader. Yeah, there's other companies out there, but they don't offer supplements. Yeah, there's other companies out there, but they don't offer you. When people sign up for Beachbody, they're not buying a challenge pack. They are buying the hope that you can help lead them to a happier and healthier life with support and accountability by showing them what's possible. That's why people come to me, and that's why they're going to come to you. Period. But you got to walk it out. You can't just talk the talk. You can't be on the group messenger chat being like, girl, I'm going to be 2-star next year, but you don't do shit in your activity tracker. Girl, next year, I'm going to be elite. You better be doing elite work. It is possible. Let me just tell you. There is not a single successful coach in this network that is better than you at anything. They are all individual, and you are just as capable as they are at success if you just do what's called upon for you. Period. And for me, maybe it takes 10 years for me to get to where I want to be and retire. Maybe it takes 7, maybe it takes 5. Guess what? Even if it took me 20 years, I'm still retiring early. If a little bit extra work by me talking about something that changed my life and made me passionate about health would help other people, but also feed my children, fill my bank account, and create some abundance, you're damn right. I'm going to scream it from the rooftops. From here to France, because we work in France, the UK, Canada. Think about it, guys. There are people less capable and less passionate than you that are doing this. Where are you at? Why aren't you doing it? Why aren't you filling out the tracker? Why aren't you reaching out to people? What are you afraid of? It's so easy for you to post a sweaty selfie in your lunch. And I'm telling you right now, nobody gives a crap that you posted it, that you worked out, or that you ate healthy. Unless you post and add value to it and share why you're doing it, how it makes you feel, what it's helped you with, what solutions you've solved, or what problems you've solved, or what solutions you offer, you need to share that. And you can do it without saying Beachbody. You can do it without saying Shakeology. You can do it without saying day 15 of Let's Get Up, dancing with my boy Sean T. No, hey, I'm doing this dance program. It's 30 days long with one of the most awesome at-home trainers. He's been around for years. If you'd like it, I could send you a free sample and you can check it out. Maybe it's not for you, but let me know. And if you'd like to do this with me, I'd love to have you doing it with our team. Period. Make people ask you what you're doing. Because guess what? You're going to get those messages from people that say, oh, wait, it's Beachbody. I'm good. I tried that before. It didn't work. Well, what do you mean it didn't work? And don't engage in conversations. This is old me. I would get to the bottom of it. I would say, well, what didn't work? And they say, well, I did all the workouts and I didn't lose any weight. And I said, well, what was your nutrition like? Well, I did the workouts. Oh, so you didn't do the program. What do you mean? Well, it comes with a nutrition plan. If you didn't eat healthy and you tried to outwork a poor diet, you're not going to lose weight, Belinda. Like, let's get with the program. This isn't a gimmick. I'm sorry that it didn't happen overnight for you. Look, this is a marathon, not a sprint. Fitness, nutrition, and business. It goes as fast as you do with as much effort as you put in. Rate yourself. At the end of the day, take a look at your social media, take a look at your work, and ask yourself this question, okay? Would I be hired or would I be fired? And I want to explain something. When you're an entrepreneur, and when you work in network marketing, or when you work in a business where you're your own boss, there is not a damn person telling you that you need to do your work, except for you. Are you doing it, or are you scrolling social media, watching TikTok videos and all the dance videos and all the toss-ups of Shanti? Are you sharing tasty videos of that cheesy pepperoni bread that you shouldn't be freaking eating anyways? What are you doing? What are you sharing? What does your page look like? Do people know what you offer? Or are you just posting funny cat memes all the time? Like, where are you at? Grade yourself. Would you be hired or would you be fired? Because you can't show up to work, not work for 8 hours and expect to be paid. Same thing goes with your business. All right? I want to leave the last few minutes here. If you guys have questions, shoot them my way. I got to bounce in about 10 minutes here, but I want you guys to understand something. This business is simple. You don't leave with anything other than that sentence. This business is simple. Stop overcomplicating it in your head, okay? You can be successful. If you're not sure how, success leaves clues. Follow the people, look at their social media, see what they're saying. Don't copy what they're saying. Don't plagiarize people. That is so freaking annoying. Turn it into your own words. Learn how to share your story. Learn how to talk. If you don't know how to speak, learn. Personal development on that. Kendra Hall, Stories That Stick. Great book. Learn how to tell a story when you post. Learn how to share yourself, okay? This business is simple. Keep it that way. I seen somebody post it. Keep it stupid simple. KISS. Keep it stupid simple. That's the thing, guys. I'm a middle-aged man who is successful in this business, who messages random women on social media. Wrap your head around that the next time you go to send a message. Think about it. Just think about it, okay? So if you guys have any questions, just feel free to unmute, drop it in the chat box. Brittany can read it, whatever you need to do.
I've been through every emotion tonight with you, Craig. Thank you so much for that. I'm loving it. So lately we've had a lot of people who, when you're in network marketing, there are metrics and it's a numbers game. It's a numbers business, right? And Beachbody recognizes metrics, right? Like, so we recognize things like Success Club and we recognize things like rank, you know what I mean? And elite and premier and those sorts of things. Can you talk to the moments in your business and maybe share some insight with us of the times when the metric wasn't happening as fast as you expected or anticipated? And how did you overcome that self-doubt or those feelings of defeat or frustration? How did you combat that?
So you're basically always growing. It's a commission-based business. So until you build a team, everything that you do is going to be a direct reflection of your effort. So if you're not making money, it's because you're not making moves, period. And for me, I never had a spouse to sign up when I started. I was a single father of two, 400 pounds. I maxed out a credit. When I signed up, I was ready to be evicted out of my apartment. I had $5 in my checking account and I maxed out a credit card that I had $145 on to buy one program It was a 21-day Fix Extreme when it came out. I got one set of DVDs, not Beachbody On Demand. I didn't have weights. I used 2 1-gallon water jugs and the large can of Continental tomato sauce for my weights. That was my light and heavy weights. And I did 21-day Fix Extreme as a broke ass single dad on WIC, about to be evicted from his apartment. And I'll tell you what, I'm not that guy anymore. This business pulled me out of that, pulled me out of debt. I'm remarried. We have a 2-year-old. I met my wife through this business. But more importantly, I didn't have a spouse to sign up. And even better, you want to hear something even more fun? I let go of a business of 1,000 customers and started over. I started over just over a year ago and left my original team to work together with my wife and re-rank advance all the way up to 1-star diamond in a matter of, I got to 1 star in less than 60 days. Less than 90 days, I got to 1 star. I got to diamond in about 2 weeks without my original team. My original team was all on a 6-month wait while I rebuilt my business. And now, in just over a year, I have over 1,000 customers in 4 countries. I am a 1-star diamond lifetime coach, close to rank advancing again, and growing a team. You want to know how? By simply sharing what I'm passionate about and by communicating what I need. When I first started this business, all I shared, and nothing against those people, these are the people that I want to help, but all I talked about was being depressed, anxious, lazy, stressed out, and overweight. Guess who I attracted to my business? Lazy, overweight, depressed people who didn't want to do anything. I'm an anomaly. I'm telling you right now, like, I am very blessed to be where I am. People who were where I was are not ready for change. Some are, most aren't. I changed how I communicated what I wanted to do by talking more about, hey, you know, like, I'm looking for people that are coachable. That's a key word to use. I'm looking for people that are determined and have grit. I'm looking for people that want change. I'm looking for people that are willing to put in the work. I'm looking for people that want to grow a business. It's all determined on how you communicate. And look, people can see through your positivity or your negative. That's why gratitude is so important. Like, people smell BS on social media. They can see if you're who you're supposed to be or if you're who you're trying to post to be. Does that make sense? So don't be who you're supposed to be. Be who you want to be. Be who you're aspiring to be. All right. Did that help? Did that answer your question, Brittany?
Yeah, that's so powerful. I just feel a lot lately, you know, that's a recurring theme that keeps coming up with a lot of our team, with where we're at. You know, we've got a really strong group of leaders emerging, and leadership is hard. It's a hard space to be in at times. But I think we make it harder on ourselves, like you said, when we overcomplicate things and we add, you know, those voices in our head to the mix. It's not serving anything, right?
Absolutely. So check this out. Those of you that are leaders on this team and those of you that aspire to be leaders, okay? Don't waste your energy dragging people through things, okay? That whether it's a program, whether it's the business, whether it's their life, don't. Be a lighthouse, not a tugboat. You show the boats where to park in the harbor. You don't drag them to the docks, okay? I want you to be a light, walk it out, be an example, shine. Don't sit in the harbor pulling everybody around going, okay, this is where we go. Okay, this is what we do. Okay. No. You can't want it for people more than they want it for themselves. And don't get discouraged when people give up or people quit or you wake up to a coach cancellation. It's a terrible feeling to know that somebody gave up on themselves, but it's not your fault. And if you feel like it's your fault and you want to take ownership in it, change things in your leadership. Lead by example. Be a lighthouse. Show them how to do it. Do the work. I tell my team, I have this saying in our team, and you know, I always remind them, all I'll do is that I have a group thread with my team and I post thirsty horses, and they know what it is. Okay. So here's the thing. You've heard the saying, you can lead a horse to water, right? But you can't make them drink. It's not the horse's fault. Okay. It's yours. Ownership. Take ownership of it. It's your fault for not finding horses that are thirsty to lead to the damn water. So if you look for thirsty horses, they're going to drink no matter what the water looks like when they get there. So if you find people ready to commit, they're ready to go, they're thirsty horses, you don't need to show them where the water is. You don't need to teach them how to drink. You don't need to do anything other than get them started. You need to get them to the pond. So find thirsty horses. I know that's, I'm telling you, I literally will just post it in the morning sometimes, and like my whole team rallies around it. They're like, because the thing is we often spend and expel our energy. And don't get me wrong, some people come around. I want you to be a light for people. I want you to help people out. But if you're truly trying to be an entrepreneur and grow this business, you can't carry dead weight around with you. Think of yourself as a hot air balloon that has a bunch of people hanging onto the basket, but they don't want to climb in and they don't want to help out and fan the flames of the balloon and lift your whole team out. Well, pull their fingers off the basket. I mean, it sucks that they're going to hit the ground, but it is what it is. You know, if you want to fly, you can't have people drag your basket down. Quote me on that. I just made that up. Get off the basket, damn it.
Off the basket, Karen. I love that. Craig, I always say that you can run with thousands, but you can only drag one, right?
Yep.
And I love that. So good. I feel like we're at time for you. I feel like you've got to get on to your next thing.
Work. I work nights. I'm a full-time coach. I'm a husband. I'm a father, and I rock the shit out of this business. What's your excuse for not sending messages, huh, Belinda? What? No, I'm telling you, like, it's time and patience. Everybody has the same amount of time in their day. If you're not in Success Club, it's the 24th. If you're not in Success Club right now, take a look at your priorities. Take inventory of where you're spending your time. If you're watching Peaky Blind, I've never seen Peaky Blinders. I just know that that's like something that my team, I don't know. It's a show on whatever it is. Grey's Anatomy. I don't know. Whatever you guys watch. Pretty Little Liars. What do you guys watch around here? I have no idea. But I don't watch TV either, Brittany. Like, I don't even watch sports. I'll tell you what. 2020 taught me a couple things. It taught me that I spent a lot of time on things that weren't helping. Fantasy football was something that I mean, I'm just telling you, like, there was a lot of things in my life that I took inventory of and found more time for my family, for my wife, for my kids, for my time, working on my spirit, my body, my mind, and it's truly helped me redefine who I am in the last year and a half. So if you haven't gotten to that point, like, I urge you, like, dig deep, find your purpose, start with who, and then go from there.
Powerful stuff. I invited everybody tonight to bring on their loved ones with them. I know you can see that in a lot of our screens. And I did that on purpose because I believe that, you know, it's really easy in this business to get caught up in thinking that, you know, it's just me and it's just my metrics, or it's just me moving forward, or this little cute thing I do on the side. And I think there's power when it becomes this army of all the people you love surrounding you, rallying with you, knowing what your dreams are that are on your heart, and also getting to hear a little insight. We don't have a lot of men. Honestly, Craig, you're probably the first dude that's ever spoken on our team call. So shout out to you. But we don't have a lot of men in this industry that come into our team and speak to us. And I think that that's important and relevant, especially for the men in our lives, to see that it's not just this like chick thing, you know? So I really appreciate your perspective and just your journey to get here to be able to speak with us.
I am blessed and highly favored. I'm truly grateful to even be able to share my story. And I'm telling you, like, there was a moment of time in my life where I questioned even living. I almost took my life. God almost took my life. There was a lot of things that I went through just over 5 years ago to get to here. So I'm grateful for every opportunity that I have to share that with other people, because no matter what it is that you're battling, everybody's story is just as hard as anybody else's. My story isn't harder than yours. Your battle is your individual battle. And it's hard for you just as hard as the things that I went through were for me. I want you to know that everybody has a story that needs to be shared. And the thing of it is this, there are people just like you that need to hear it, that you can help pull out of it, and you guys can work together to find a common ground, because we get better together, not alone. Not alone. Wars are not won by one person. Battles are not won by one person. Okay? You have that army. I'm not on Brittany's team, but I am. We are Team Beachbody. And maybe not everybody in the network thinks the way that we do, but I do. And I know that by sharing what's working for others will help lift you. There are billions of people in this world that need your help, that are individually watching you, who are inspired by you, who will be changed by you. They haven't liked or commented on any of your stuff. They're just watching and they're scared. Invite them by posting and offering something at the end of every post. Feel free to message or comment below. Feel free to reach out. Feel free to email me. Feel free. Always leave an open door for those people. But I tell you right now, if you go into your messenger and you type AA and message all the people there, AB, message all, it's the alphabet game. I play it once a month. AB, AC, AD. There are 26 letters in the alphabet. Most months there are 30 days in the month. You can get through the whole alphabet, do one letter a day, message all the people. The benefit of Instagram and Messenger is, you know, if you message them before, the old message will come up. You don't have to track it. Only track people that you connect with. Keep it simple. There's no need to make it difficult. And just message everybody. That simple message. Hey, Brittany, I don't know if you've seen what I'm doing, or if you're even interested in taking a look at any of the opportunities I offer. I wouldn't know unless I asked you. And let's be honest, if I don't ask you, somebody else will, or probably already has. Let me know if you're interested. If not, no big deal. Have a great day. That's it. See how many more people you turn around in a conversation from that. Guarantee you it blows your mind. And then it's up to you to close the deal. And you'll learn over time. Fail forward. All right, Brittany, thank you for having me. I hope you guys just go out. I gave you homework. Make that list of your supporters and freaking message everybody. Right?
Yes. Yes. No, I wrote it down. The supporters challenge, and then the 20, I've got all the challenges written down for them. They don't even know what's coming. It's great. I love it. Let's get a quick boomerang before I let you go. And again, thank you so much for your time. You embody the lives that we transform as coaches. So I love that you live it out. So thank you so much for everything that you do, Craig. All right, guys, here we go. I'm going to say 3, 2, 1 if you're new around here, and then you just like shimmy or shake or move, or I don't know, you do something that's just a little movement. Ready? 3, 2, 1, go. Y'all are amazing. You're professional social media marketers. I love it. All right, Craig, thank you so much for your time. Guys, have an awesome Monday night.